Alright, happy Saturday, Clean Trading family. So this is going to be a free video going over my small account challenge that I just finished last Friday. I took $500 to $7,200. And yeah, so I'm going to be going over how exactly I did that. Going to go over a play from the challenge, one of the last plays that I took that actually doubled my account basically at the time. And I'm also going to be going over what you can expect moving forward for the people in my group. This is going to be a free video, like I said, so if you have any questions about my group, shoot me a text on Twitter or anywhere else you follow me on. Basically, to get right into it, when I trade these small account challenges, I'm focusing on around 6 names. I don't trade a lot of names. I trade names that I've been looking at for years. I know how they all work. I know how they all move. I know their own specific personalities, and so I don't want to expand my range of stocks, especially when I'm trading with such a low amount of money. It is high risk, high reward, and so when I'm taking high risk trades, I'm going to want to be trading names that I've traded for years and that I completely understand. And so, ignore my mouse right here, I'm just moving around. But basically, I trade the same names, the same 6, 7 names, I don't know exactly. Most are tech names, or I'm trading SPY or SPX to trade the market. But most of the time, it's just tech names or semi names that I like. And I'm also using these same indicators every single day, looking at it on the same time frames every single day. I use the TTM squeeze, I use the turning point indicator, I use the 21 EMA, I use the 8 MA, I use VWAP, and I use Ichimoku Cloud. I also use POC too, point of control. But yeah, so I use the same names, same 5 names, same indicators, same time frames, and I've been doing this for years. So I've sort of developed this intuition when I see names and I see the market doing something. I can kind of create plans off of everything I'm seeing combined. I'm not necessarily taking a trade just off of this level right here. If we're starting to break above it, I'm not necessarily taking a trade right here. But maybe if we start holding above it, VWAP starts coming up, turning point starts turning light green, I might go long, something like that. And when I trade the small account, I'm putting in around 30 to 40%, 25 maybe, 25 to 40% on each trade. And so it is very high risk the way I trade these small accounts. But I've completed 4 out of 4 of them, and I've made around 1,000% on each. So basically, I can accept risk of the entire $500 to start with, and I can basically lose that $500 10 times over, 20 times over, and still have made money on my small account challenges. So now I'm not saying I'm going to lose the next 10 small accounts or the next 20 small accounts. I'm 4 out of 4. I'm hoping I'm going to keep this streak going. But basically what I'm saying is, when you trade small accounts, you want to understand the risk. You don't have a lot of capital. You can easily lose 30% in a single day, as crazy as it might sound. So if you try to be very conservative with the small account, take small profits, try to take small losses, it could backfire on you a little bit. And so the way I like to do things is try to take bigger profits. Only trade when there's a very high percentage trade. And you can even let it pull back against you a little bit as long as the profits are really big. And then once you have profits, you can start risking those profits so you're not necessarily risking your initial investment. And so that's the way I like to trade my small accounts. Another thing, if I have a $500 account that I start with, for example, and say I take it to $3,000. I take it to $3,000 in a week. One thing I might do is I'm up $2,500 that week, okay? One thing I might do is say I'm targeting like $10,000 for that account in just a couple weeks. I can literally risk that 2,500 in one day. And if it goes to zero, then I'm back where I was. I'm not necessarily down money and not up money either, but What I'm saying is you can, once you start getting profits, you can actually risk them for a big return, like maybe a 100, 200% gainer potentially. And then if you hit that, your account flips from 3,000 to 6, 7,000 plus, And so that's kind of my mentality going into my small accounts. I want to start, when I start with this $500 account, I don't necessarily want to risk too much. I want to try to build a nice little profit base and then start playing with those profits as aggressively as I can to flip these accounts as big as I can. Like I said, I flipped $500 to 7,000 in 10 days. Okay, and it didn't come from me taking, 30% here, 30% there. No, it maybe there was a 30% gain, but probably after I had profits, the big percent gains came from me playing with those profits and trying to flip them huge. So that's where I shine with my small accounts, and that's really where I make the bulk of my money with these small account challenges. Let me go over a play on this Roku. So last week, what is this? Wednesday. This is what I saw on Roku that flipped my account from around 3,000 to around 6,500, I think. Basically, we got one of my favorite setups. One of my favorite setups, especially if you've been in my group for a while, this is one of my favorite setups, is when we pre-market, we have a lot of closes on this specific time frame, whatever the level is, 15-minute for this one. We have a lot of closes directly above. I'm not talking about up here. I'm talking about as close as we can to this level. And then this is an amazing opportunity for me to literally go long right at open. Okay, and so Roku, I had a $3,000 account. I saw this setting up pre-market. I alerted the group that I was probably going to get in right at open long, risk a 15-minute close under this level, so I'm not risking too much, but I really want to put on some risk. That's why I'm putting in $1,000. What is that? Around 33% of my account back then. And we open up. I put that in, and I've seen these setups. People in my group have seen these setups when I call them out, and they work so well. When it breaks that high of day, when it breaks that pre-market high, it probably isn't going back down to even touch this level, let alone close below it. So as soon as we started cracking above, I just let it run, and I let it run all day. And eventually I locked it, I believe I locked it around here on the 15-minute chart. But if we go down to the 1-minute chart, I believe I locked it around here. It was up 11%, as crazy as that sounds, at this moment right here. From the open, it was up 11%, or maybe not from the open, maybe from the previous day's close, but you get the idea. And I locked this for, I believe, 300% gain, or 250. I think it's 300 actually. And so that flipped my account from around 3,000 to 6,500 in one afternoon session. So that's just an example of how I play these small accounts and how I call them out to my group. I alert the group pre-market that I'm probably going to go long at open. And then we open up, we push a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm long on Roku, risking a 15-minute close below this level. Oops. Sorry. Wait, oh my gosh, I was completely looking at the wrong day. But it looked like that. Let me show you. 1 second. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong day on the 1-minute chart. But it did look like that. I believe this is the day. Yeah, so this is the day, and I locked on this little pullback right here. So this was 11%. Sorry, not before. But yeah, that's how I alert to my group. I let them know, getting in at open, we get in together, and then I let them know I'm locking up. Now that I finished my small account, I'm starting a new one. The group decided that they want me to start again with another $500. And yeah, what's going to happen is I'm going to trade the same 6 names. I'll be posting my alerts, my entries, my exits. I'll be basically assisting people as they grind up their small accounts as well. If you guys want to join me, of course, look through my Twitter, look through my other free videos. DM me if you have any questions about my group and what I offer in my group. But that's pretty much all I have to offer. Hope you guys enjoyed. Those in the group smashed the small account. It was an amazing 2 weeks that we grinded this out together, and we got a lot of new members this past week. So I'm excited to start this new small account challenge with you guys, and let's get it.